What if you were to capture the years remaining in your life and repurpose them in a way that you could look back upon with minimal risk of regret? What if you could step aside from your entrapment of striving to build wealth and someday, maybe, retire and enjoy life? What if enjoy life became your new normal? And looking back over our ordinary lives, we take notice of some moments in time that ultimately played a part in shaping our future, departing careers early to travel the country, spend seasons in ski areas and national parks, acquire and renovate homes, acquire and live aboard a boat, experience extended travel around the world, and more, while maintaining focus on relationships with family and close friends. We are not wealthy and are not slowing down. At this stage, we have a modest home and one car, among a host of other modest trappings, while booked for a 90-day journey, 73 days of which are aboard back-to-back cruises through Northern Europe next spring. With so many folks commenting over the years that we seem to have it all figured out and are living the dream, we consider ourselves decidedly ordinary and fortunate while leading increasingly extraordinary lives. All that compelling this channel and our desire that others might be able to do better than we have. Get started sooner and benefit handsomely from a broader perspective on what life can be. My wife has prefaced some of her most life-altering ideas with, "You're going to think I'm crazy, but," and then finishing with, for example, "I've drafted this 60-day cruise itinerary to and around the South Pacific," or, "Now that we closed on the sale of this one property, let's sell the other one and move out of state to a beach town on Lake Michigan," and many more. Most ideas were adopted and produced a great outcome. This gives rise to the merits of considering some crazy wild dreams and pushing hard to see if they carry sufficient merit to distill into ideas followed by action, resulting in extraordinary outcomes and experiences. Through events from our early years, we gradually came to realize a few things, but chiefly that time is the currency of our existence, that despite behavior to the contrary, contentment is what us humans truly long for, underpinned by relationships and experiences, and that it takes some boldness, decisiveness, and action to mine the treasure that life can afford. We've been married for nearly 45 years, both of us having our beginnings in Florida. As one might expect, we both share a love for the beach and proximity to the water, that circumstance being a constant as we grew up with our siblings, myself the youngest of 3 boys, and my wife the middle child of 3 girls, both military families. While early on we were enjoying the beach, boating, sailing, and much more, we also had a shared experience with the same threats, such as the prospect of hurricanes during the warmer months and the Cuban Missile Crisis, playing out less than 100 miles from our state's southernmost shore during the early 60s. We also shared the discomfort of homes without air conditioning, with pesky mosquitoes buzzing in our ears as we sought slumber in a warm bed, and then profound relief when our homes became suddenly cool when equipped with AC. We both attended public schools and state universities, afterward entering gainful employment in pursuit of a career, whatever that might prove to be. Throughout the decades summarized thus far, we both enjoyed a closeness with our extended families as we grew up, with many holidays and other occasions attended by a flock of relatives across multiple generations. Our paths finally crossed in the late 70s, having been introduced by a mutual friend and married just before the close of the decade. The honeymoon afforded my first ever opportunity to experience snow skiing, and, immediately becoming a shared passion, would prove to be the first of many winter mountain adventures in our future. It's important to note, due to life circumstances and less than optimal choices, the beginnings of our marriage would best be described as the merging of liabilities. Even though I already owned a home, we both were saddled with considerable debt and jointly committed to confront the issue by stepping away from credit cards and getting on a cash basis, along with other cost-saving measures like carpooling, packing work lunches, and many others. Over 40 years later, we both carry fond memories of our delight in splurging on a Twix bar on our way home from work one evening. 50 cents, and we each had our own piece. One of many valuable experiences that served us well over the years since. Another such lesson only a few years later was a sudden reminder of how short life can be. when my father-in-law contracted cancer and passed away just a few months later, never reaching age 50. At this point, having become an established couple, we'll take pause to review some subtle points already revealed that will have relevance in what occurs in the next video and beyond. Noting the ordinary theme, we both grew up in a decidedly middle-class environment with intergenerational experiences, freedoms, and accountability that enriched our childhoods and equipped us with boldness, courage to strive, and an emphasis on can versus can't. We found joy in simple things like the beach and doing what's free, amid getting a lot wrong along the way, with occasionally getting a few things right, realizing all that to be part of life. With that, we welcome your comments, and if so deserving at this point, your liking and subscribing to our channel below, as you await our next chapter recounting our venture into becoming a family and the key events that further influenced our perspective while compelling choices and actions, paving the path toward where we are today. Thanks for watching.